what I'm talking about? In the crib, smoking on this good gas, you know what I'm talking about? Russell. Yeah. Man, I went through some shit, man. Too many times I've been dying without too much I can cling on. Too much to lean on, Sip D-Bone and my T-Jones. In Pleasantville, sleeping on Tiger Flow when he's home. Trying to scheme on, jump on some I can bleed on.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, I'm back up in here, man. Decided to go and kick another story, man, since I'm sitting here. Shit, why not just run it? You know what I'm talking about? Man, as a youngster, man, nigga was kind of out of control. Not really, but I used to have a lot of fights, man. I didn't give a fuck how big you was. I had a lot of fights with niggas that was my brother age. You know what I'm saying? I used to run up and just punch motherfuckers. You know, I used to beat this one fool up. This back when we stayed in fucking Kingston and Key Largo, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name, man, but cause he done been ran through. But I used to beat his ass. That nigga was in my brother class. That nigga used to come, man, Mark, get your brother, man, get your brother. Get your brother. I don't know if he didn't want to hit me because he knew my brother was gonna get on his motherfucking ass, or he just didn't have no hands. But I used to wear that dude out, man. I'm talking about daily, every day. Just do. That was young. I was young, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Shit. I had to calm down later on, you know what I'm saying? Later on, I calmed down, you know what I'm saying? But it was still in me, man, that I had that spirit that I just wanted, you know what I'm saying? I like to punch on something. Long time ago, that was me, you know what I'm saying? Had a lot of fights. And it seemed like growing up on Lakeroad in Lamar, every street you went to, man, every street was a different zone. You had to fight somebody on every street. If you wanted to come off of this street and go play football over there, you're going to have to box. I promise. Yeah, that was me. You know what I'm saying? I had to go fight. But, and like I say, man, I ain't like bullies. If a nigga thought he was kind of hard, man, it was like on me, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I had to test it. That was me. You know what I'm saying? That shit kind of bit me in my ass on this one day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to goddamn me check a nigga on some bully shit. It's the wrong bully to check. Man, like I say, man, my whole family from Lakeroad, man, you know what I'm saying, consists of, about 5 or 6 streets, you know, from Kansas. That's my daddy's mama and daddy stayed right there on Kansas. My daddy grew up on Kansas. Us being on Kansas, you know what I'm saying, we get to know a lot of motherfuckers, because when you coming from 1765, on the left side of Kansas is where my grandma stayed. And we used to run that up and down, you know what I'm saying? Knew just about everybody stayed on the street, and it was cool, you know what I'm saying? But on the other side, we wasn't just too familiar with the cats down there, but we knew them, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different zone on the other side of Kansas. It was like 2 6. It was kind of different. But I do remember this one dude, man. It was 2 brothers. Really, it was 3 brothers, you know what I'm saying? And they had a little sister too. It was 3 brothers that stayed over there, you know what I'm saying? And on that side, shit, the big brother, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, he was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? He goddamn me, he terrorizing everything. Shit, he punching on everything. You know what I'm talking about? The big brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and say his name, R.I.P. Lil Joseph, you know what I'm saying? They used to call him Lil Joseph, Lil James, same thing. You know what I'm talking about? But, yeah. He was a big, bad motherfucking bully at Lakeroad, man. No bullshit, man. Wasn't nobody fucking with that dude. Real talk. That nigga was like Debo. He come around, nigga tucking that. Yeah. Square business, because he taking you off of that. But as a young age, man, he was going around punching on everything. And I remember seeing this dude, you know what I'm saying, from being on Kansas, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama never stayed over, my grandma never stayed over there. But like I say, our whole family stayed, that ain't the only street that we my family stayed on. So the next street, Bellevue, we had people on that street. The next street was my grandma's street, Rosalie, you know what I'm saying? And the next street after that was Boss. So we stayed with my grandma for a little bit of time, I think till maybe 86, and then we moved out of my grandma's house. Maybe 87, we moved to the next street, right? But hold up, after my mom and daddy split, because we stayed on the west side on Blue Jay for a little bit when I was in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? But then when my mom and daddy split, we moved back to my grandma's house. It's 86, 87. And then from that, my mama got on her feet a little bit and we moved to Boss Street. You know what I'm saying? Moved to the little Boss Street apartments. And we stayed right there on top of Adrian Alexander. He was right below us, you know what I'm saying? And Mike Smith, they used to call him 86. They stayed downstairs. And it was a couple houses in the lot right next to us. R.I.P. my nigga Worm just passed recently. He stayed right next door. It was my little nigga Killin. You know what I'm saying? Right across the street from there was his grandma's house, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you know the dudes from behind the trees, you know what I'm saying, that was their grandma's house. So shit, we knew everybody. And shit, you know, people who I didn't punch on, they was my friends. But niggas my age, man, we used to have punching fights. We used to have punching wars. And if you came around and shit, you played sports or you ran a race with me, if I lost or if I got mad, I wanted to fight. So we was fighting. But man, this one day, man, I don't know what was going on, but we was on Boss Street. Like I say, we stayed in the apartments. Oh no, let me take it back. This is a whole different incident. I was finna mix incidents. But nah, we down the street from my grandma's house. It's a set of apartments down the street on the same street as my grandma. A couple houses down. Cause if you know the layout of Rosalie back in the Gap, when you coming down from 1765 from the store, if you make a right on Rosalie, that's our side, right? The barbecue pit side, the Cooper's barbecue pit. Y'all know, if y'all real Lamarckians, y'all know about this barbecue pit, the baddest barbecue you will ever taste in your motherfucking life, man. The barbecue pit, they used to stay, it was right across the street from my grandma's house. Directly across the street from my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? They had the barbecue, they used to call it the pit. They used to sell candy, everything, you know what I'm saying? But couple houses down on the left side of it, you gonna get the apartments. It's a nigga from Galveston used to stay in them apartments, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I used to terrorize him too. You know what I'm saying? Me and him the same age, but he moved to Galveston. And you know, shit, he went out there and he turned a new leaf or whatever. Out that way, you know what I'm saying, got a little name for himself out there in Galveston and shit. But him and his little brothers used to stay in them apartments. Used to play with them a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they was out there that day or whatever. We was out there playing or whatever when this bully dude pulled up. Big nigga pulled up. I'm like, damn, I know this dude. He come over there flexing, moving his weight. I'm like, man, where I know this dude from? And boom, it's the same nigga off of Kansas, man. Lil James. He come over there, he goddamn me terrorizing, he telling niggas what he want to do and pushing his weight around and, you know, shit. Like I say, man, I'm a little nigga, man. This nigga like 5-6 years older than me, man. 5-6 years older than me, but I'm Around that whole shit, at that time, I'm beating up everybody. I ain't give a fuck if you was smaller than me, bigger than me. I'm punching on you. And that's the type of nigga I was. Man, he some reason, I don't know. Man, dude was picking on me, man. Lil James, man, he was picking on me, did something to me, I don't know. And I stood up for my motherfucking self, man, because being the nigga I was, man. And I spur off on Lil James. What I do that for? Man, I hit this big ass nigga who round this whole turning this bitch upside down. You know what I'm saying? Whooping niggas left and right around this hoe. And I didn't took off on this man. What? Slippin' ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I thought this nigga was just gonna shake that shit and be like, oh, let nigga get on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I hit this nigga. Woo-hoo. Man, that nigga bagged up. And this big old nigga must have lifted his motherfucking legs, tree trunk ass legs in the motherfucking air. And blow, this nigga kicked me inside of my motherfucking face. Blow. Oh, I'm crying like a motherfucker. I'm crying like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas, I used to be a crybaby. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I used to punch, I used to be a crybaby. I be crying like a motherfucker punching on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just crying. It don't mean nothing hurt or nothing. I don't know. I was a crybaby. I used to punch on you. You know what I'm saying? I get mad, I'm gonna start crying. And that's where you fucked up. But this nigga done hit me. He done kicked me in my motherfucking face. He ain't fuck up, cause I don't want no more. he done kick. This nigga done kick me, big old nigga. Big ass nigga done kick me in my motherfucking head, man. My shit ringing like a mother. My shit spinning. Only thing I can remember is, I'm finna go get my brother. Y'all know the motto. I'm going to get my motherfucking brother, man. That's what I used to do, man. I used to go get my brother, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And shit, because I already know. That nigga right there didn't play behind me, man. I don't give a fuck how many fights me and him had, what kind of dispute we was having, anything, man. My brother, soon as I tell this nigga, whoever the fuck fucking with me, man, he on their top. And that's how it's supposed to be. That nigga was on they top. So boom, I done went down the street. I done ran up to my grandma's house crying like a motherfucker. My brother, what's up? What's wrong? What? Kick me. Man, my brother come out mad. I don't know where the fuck this nigga get this hacksaw Jim Duggan ass 2x4. This nigga got a big ass stick. Man, if this nigga ain't run up on Lil James and bow, hit that nigga across his motherfucking head so goddamn hard he broke that bitch. Slapped the shit out that boy with that motherfucker. Big ass motherfucker, I'm talking about. He done broke it on that boy's face. What? Nigga, I know, I'm like, yeah. Man, when he hit that nigga didn't move. That nigga shook that shit off. And when I tell you, nigga, me and my brother had some speed, nigga. Couldn't nobody really chase, couldn't nobody fuck with us. Man, my brother left that, took off running, seen that boy wasn't faded at all. He must chase that nigga up and down the street, couldn't catch him. He couldn't catch him. You know what I'm saying? He never caught him, you know what I'm saying? Never caught him. But shit, you know, that's that one day, man, I try to stand up for bullies and went bad on me, you know what I'm saying? Shit, 'cause that nigga rocked that motherfucking bell on me. Boom! What? Hey, man, I think after that, I might have been evaluating my options on who I'm finna take off on. Up top by what? For real, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Lil James, man. That nigga kicked me in my motherfucking head, boy. I done seen that nigga have so many fights around that bitch, man. He got in a fight with my kinfolk Andre Allen right there on Ball Street in the rocks. You know what I'm saying? I watched that one. You know what I'm saying? God damn. That nigga was around there punching something. But my brother hit that nigga in that motherfucking head with that goddamn me 2x4. That was the highlight, man. We wasn't taking no shit. We wasn't taking no shit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Lakeroad, man. Nigga was raised on Lakeroad. Shit. West side paid, you know what I'm saying? Lakeside raised. You know how I go. But man, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I had to knock out that second story real quick, man. I'm hungry and a bitch finna go give me something to eat. After a long day of motherfucking work, it's so goddamn hot out here, man. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Man. Hey, man, like, share, and subscribe my shit, man. My shit looking a little low. I ain't doing no tripping, though. You know how it is. Feeling good, know what I'm talking about? In the crib, smoking on this good gas, and I'm talking about Russell.